Hey, Merit Crew, and welcome from my living room. We are going to be all on Canvas this week, so I'm going to walk you through how to access everything. If you have questions, you may ask me your questions via email, via Canvas message, or via Google Hangouts, but you may only do so once you've made a good and diligent effort to solve your own problems first. That means one, you try refreshing the page, turning off your Chromebook, turning it back on again, or whatever device you're using. Two, you are going to try your very, very best to read the directions closely because a lot of the things that are tripping kids up are things that I've written about. So those two things have to be done before you email me. That is one way that I take care of myself, and that's one way that you help to make sure that the kids who really need help get it. Okay, so let's get started. Don't mind me as my eyes look off to the side because I'm on a different monitor. So this is our Canvas classroom. You'll notice that I always put the schedule at the top. So this is where you can access everything that you need for the week. As usual, it will show you each of your Zooms. It will show you everything that is due for science. Oh, look at that. Wow. All of our science work, you can link. You can click on the links to complete. Oh, look, I have to do a distance survey. Let me do that now. Click on that. If you are going to a specific Zoom, you can click on the link to the Zoom and it will bring you right into the Zoom, no password needed. Now, if it decides that you do need a password, the password is right here at the top, Sharon 5 exclamation points, and that will help you to get to each of your different Zooms. I suggest having a digital copy. I suggest having this up on your screen so that you can click links to Zooms to get to the right place. Alrighty. Now, for the actual science content for the week, I'll let it reload for a minute. Hey, Miss Merit Crew, please click on the modules on the left to get started. Oh, snap, it says modules, and that's right here. We this week are going to start on genetics. So where it says week of April 6th, the genetics, that's where you're going to start. Now, you've already clicked on genetics introduction read first, hopefully, because that's where this video is. Once you've gotten there, then you can move on to Monday. So I'm going to start on Monday just because there's nothing in there yet, because there's no video inception. Can't be a video of a video that hasn't been made yet. So clicking on Monday. Hi, Merit Crew. The big question you should be able to answer by the end of today is what are genes? So your big goal is looking into what genes are and how you can get there. Now, the first thing we're going to do is something new. It's going to be new, and that means you need to pay attention and be a problem solver. Okay? Cool. You're going to complete the inventory of my traits on Edpuzzle. Edpuzzle is a new site. Now, tracking me. Before you get on this site, you have to be on your CMS Google account. So maybe open another tab and log in to your Google account so that it has the picture that you're used to over here before clicking that link. Otherwise, it's not going to work. I had kids try it out and they told me it didn't work if you weren't on your Google account. So that's the first thing I need you to do before you talk to me about having a problem. Once you've done that, you'll click on the link and it's going to bring you to a screen that looks like this that says, it's Edpuzzle time. Class just got a lot more interesting. That's good. Now, the next thing that you do, and that we generally do as CMS, is click the sign in with Google option. It's going to pull up that little screen. You have to click on your CMS account. Now, I'm not clicking my CMS account, but that's because I'm the model. And it will be like, oh yeah, you're this person from Miss Merit's CMS account. And it's going to bring you to a video. Your job is to watch the video, but see these little tiny dots? These little tiny dots at the bottom, there's one here. All of these are questions for you to answer. So you're going to watch through the video. And when you get to a question, of course, my screen is too big. It's getting in the way. When you get to a question, it's going to stop and it's going to have you answer the question. So you'll boop, 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 talk on through. You'll hear Miss Merit. And you can't speed it through. Ha 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 ha. Joke's on you. So I will watch you go through the first question. And then when you get to the question, you click it and it'll let you move on to the next section. Key factor on this, it's going to say that you got the questions wrong if you say no to a question. It's not actually wrong. and I'm going in to change them all. So I want you to answer honestly, not based on what it says is right or wrong. And then I can take that data and I can collect it. So it's going to ask you questions about things like, do you have attached earlobes or detached earlobes? These are my earlobes. They're very attached. And then we can chart our class data on how many kids have attached and detached earlobes, how many kids have a cleft chin, how many kids have straight hair versus wavy hair, and a whole bunch of other genetic factors. So I'm really excited about that. Make sure you complete that because I can see if you've done it or not. But again, if you're frustrated or you can't get logged in, you're probably not on your Google account. You want your CMS Google account, your long number at student dot blah, blah, blah. And the other thing is trying to log into Edpuzzle won't work unless you click login with Google. That's the other thing that so many kids mess up. Once you're done with that, you can X that tab out and go back to Monday. What are genes? Oh, look, I've done the first thing. Checked out the inventory of my traits. Oh, look, it says again, to sign on to Edpuzzle, you have to be on your CMS account. Miss Barron said that about 45 times. I wonder if it's important. After that, your next job is to watch a video about genetics. You only have to choose one. Can you watch both? Yeah, technically, but I would just pick one if I were you. So your options are a Bill Nye on Genes, which is right here, or there's a Science Kids video, which is right here, and I found it on Discovery Ed, but I found a way to embed it. So hopefully it works better here than it did on Discovery Ed. Once you finish that, your last thing is going to be to fill out a 3-2-1 on Canvas. You'll click the Submit button on the top right hand to bring up the text box. You need to do 3 things you learned, 2 questions you have, 1 connection you make to your own life. Notice that I highlighted it. I made a copy of that because whenever I see text that's supposed to be in a response, I want to make sure I hit all the parts of the question. So I hit highlighted, hit Control C, and then I'm going to go up to the Submit assignment. Sorry, my nose is very itchy today. I've not taken my allergy pill. When you click Submit Assignment up here, it's going to give you a text entry box. That's where you're going to put your response. If you want, you can Control V, paste these 3 bullets, the 3 things you learned, the 2 things, 2 questions you have, and the 1 connection you made to your life. Or you can just look above right here. So maybe Miss Merritt's 3 things I learned. Oh, how did she make that smaller bullet? She hit the tab button. One thing that I learned in the video today was ... You can do it again. Another thing I learned, you can do it in bulleted form, you can do it in sentence form, but I shouldn't just see half sentences. You need to write enough that I can tell what's going on. Okay? Cool. Once you're finished with all of that, you can submit your assignment. What if you make a mistake and you submit too early? Oh no. Let's see what you can do. Of course, it's taking its time. Probably it's not resetting. Oh, nope, it's just thinking. Thinking. That's all right. I'm going to block this part of the video. All right. Then it's told you that it's been submitted. You can move on to the next step. However, if you change your mind, if you submit too early, if you forget, notice that it says resubmit assignment. You can submit over top of that first assignment if you need to resubmit. So that's always an option that you can do. And once you've done that, the final thing you need to do is get on Quizlet Genetics. This is the one that I've put right in my classroom. So you can just click on it to get right to that one, or you can go through the Quizlet classroom that we've established and get to it that way. Both of those ways will work. So that is Monday. And I missed you all terribly. Let me know if you have any questions. If you've tried the steps, you've tried refreshing, you've tried logging out, you've tried making sure you're on your CMS Google account. I miss you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day.